Last time, we dismantled the myth that Genesis borrowed from pagan creation stories. Instead of gods at war, Genesis revealed order, purpose, and a creator who rests. But in Genesis 2 and 3, everything changes. A new question emerges. What if Adam and Eve weren't symbols? What if this moment, this garden, this choice, this fall wasn't poetry? What if it was history? Genesis 2:7 says, "Then the Lord God formed man from the dust of the ground." The word for man is Adam, and the word for ground is Adama, Same root. Adam comes from the earth. He is dirt, not deity. But then God breathes into his nostrils neshama, the breath of life, divine breath in human dust, not evolved, created, not random, chosen. Genesis 2:8-9 says, God plants a garden and places Adam there. In the center are two trees, the tree of life and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. But only one comes with a warning. You may eat freely from every tree, but not this one. The word for knowledge is da'at, meaning deep, intimate understanding, not just data. It wasn't about fruit. It was about trust. The serpent enters in Genesis 3:1. In Hebrew, nachash. It can mean serpent, but also whisperer, deceiver, shining one. This wasn't a snake. It was an intelligent being, and its weapon? A question. Did God really say? That's how the world's first fracture began. Not with a sword, but with a seed of doubt. Genesis 3:6-7. The woman sees, takes, eats. The man is with her. He eats, and then their eyes were opened. The word for naked is erumim, exposed. But they were already naked. What's new is shame. So they hide, they cover themselves. And when God arrives, he doesn't say, "What have you done?" He asks, "Where are you?" God then speaks to the serpent. Genesis 3:15 is not just a curse, it's prophecy. I will put enmity between your seed and her seed. He will crush your head. In Hebrew, Ava Yeshav Karoash Hu Yeshuf Charosh. One man, one seed, not theirs, not it. He, a future son born of a woman, not a man. A virgin birth, foretold in the 3rd chapter of Genesis. Then comes judgment, work, pain, exile, but even here, mercy. Genesis 3:21. God makes garments of skin, katnvot, kotnot, for Adam and Eve. An animal dies, blood is shed, their shame is covered. Not fig leaves, a sacrifice, the first foreshadow of atonement. Genesis 3:24 says God placed cherubim and a flaming sword to guard the way to the tree of life. The Hebrew word is shamar, to guard, preserve, protect. The way isn't destroyed, it's guarded, which means it still exists, but you can't enter it your way, only his. You've just witnessed the real fall, not a fairy tale, a fracture. Not between man and nature, but between man and God. And yet, a way back was hinted at, even in judgment. One day, the sword will part. One day, the seed will strike. But for now, the world spirals. Next time, we step into a world unraveling and filled with violence, corruption, and coming judgment. But in the middle of the chaos, one man finds grace. And through him, we'll uncover the truth behind one of history's most controversial events, the flood. Subscribe, ask questions, seek truth. The journey continues. If this series stirs something inside of you, subscribe, leave a comment, and don't forget to share to help spread the truth around the world. This is the Bible Reclaimed Official. No religion, just truth. Please note, One short, non-skippable ad helps keep this truth series free and independent.